should I say, ho 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 there. Yes, I know, really bad Christmas pun. But I'm feeling pretty smug today because I'm sitting here congratulating myself yet again on another relatively stress-free Christmas. And that's what I want to share with you today. I think one of the things that makes me unique as a financial planner is that whilst I appreciate that finance can be very complex, and obviously I wouldn't have a job otherwise, but there are some really simple techniques that you can also implement that are really, really effective. And I don't want to just tell you about the complex stuff. I also want to be able to bring to you the simple ideas that you can easily put together yourself. Of course, it's Christmas time, and what does that mean? Well, quite often it means blowing the budget out of the water and ending up with a bit of a Christmas hangover that has nothing to do with alcohol but a lot to do with the hip pocket. So, let me share with you a few really easy Christmas tips that if it doesn't make a difference for you this year, hopefully will give you some ideas for next year. Alright, financial planning. The most important word in there is planning. Whether it's your personal finances, if it's your business finances, any aspect of finance, you need planning. The power of a list should never, ever, ever be underestimated. And I know it sounds really basic. Yeah, I do a list, whatever. But no, what I'm talking about is a really good list, and more importantly, a list that you stick to. Okay, we've all been in the situation. At Christmas time, we've got the carols blaring in our ears at the shopping centre. They're packed out. There's somebody coming at you with a trolley. The kids are running around everywhere. And you can't find a present for Auntie Mavis. Then, when you're completely and utterly frustrated and you've got the headache and of course you're hungry as well, you see something that Auntie Mavis would absolutely love. But it's 3 times the price of what you would have ordinarily spent. But you decide, I'm going to get it because the relief is fantastic. But the relief's short-lived. Once you've spent the money though, it's gone forever. So what I suggest is instead, take the emotion out of Christmas shopping and take that impulse buying out of the equation, because that can be the biggest culprit for why we overspend at Christmas. So do that list. And what do you want to have on your list? A name of everybody that you're going to buy a present for, an idea of how much you're going to spend on that person, and most importantly, an idea of a gift that you'd like to get them. And in this day and age where we have online catalogues, that's actually a relatively easy task, especially if you started early and when you see something you go straight to your list and pop it down next to that person's name. So the list is fantastic. But don't forget, it's not just about presents. There's also lots of other Christmas things that we don't budget for in our usual household annual budget. In 17 years of being a financial planner, I've never seen anybody put their Christmas spending down on their annual budget. So that's just something that's quite interesting to me because it can be a big whack of spending for a lot of people. So think about your decorations, your Christmas get-togethers, your Christmas lunch or dinner or however you celebrate Christmas, the holiday, and the kids. Don't forget, the kids are home for a long time then, so what are you going to do with them? What are you going to spend? Also, some tips for making sure the money is actually there, because that's a big trick, isn't it? You just need to be careful and plan for the expense. We all know it's going to happen, so why do we leave it to the last minute? Christmas club accounts still exist. A lot of people don't even realise that you can still open a Christmas club account. What will that do for you? Well, really, it only gives you discipline. It means that the money will be there at Christmas. It forces you to contribute some money to it throughout the year, and it's only open for a short period of time, so you have to spend the money on Christmas. You can't spend it during the year if your washing machine breaks down or your fan belt goes. It's there for Christmas. The downside of them is that they pay a very low rate of interest. For that reason, I really don't recommend them, other than if you know that discipline is your biggest problem and you don't mind the low rate, just get that money in an account for me come Christmas. Lay-by. What happened to lay-by? We used to lay-by all the time. I think it's this instant gratification thing that we've got going these days. We really feel we need to have it here and now. But the stores have fabulous lay-by terms, especially when it comes to Christmas. Quite often they have those Christmas lay-bys where you can buy as early as July and they'll store your presents until Christmas Eve. Now, how does it get much better? You get to choose your presents in the time that might be on, when they might be on sale. You get to stagger your spending because you just make your regular payments, and they store it for you. So it solves that problem of where do I hide the presents? You don't even need to, just as long as you pick it up by Christmas Eve. Sales, I mentioned that just a moment ago. It's another great thing. If you see something on sale during the year and you think that'd be perfect for Nan or Grandpa or my niece or whatever, you just grab it then, put it away. Come November, you'll be very pleased when you realise, hey, December's not going to be as hard as I thought it would be because I've got quite a few presents already. A quick tip on credit cards. These can be particularly nasty at Christmas, and you know what? You spend all that money at Christmas, that credit card statement comes in January and it feels awful. So really try to curb your credit card spending, even if that means spending a little bit less. People understand. No one really expects that huge amount to be spent on them, except me, of course, if you're listening, Mick. Anyway, nobody really expects that. We've all been through a GFC. We understand. So spend a little bit less and keep the credit card down. But if you do have to spend on your credit card, can I please encourage you to make that your top priority after Christmas? Start paying that off. Really, really important. Okay, planning is key. Those small changes can make big differences. Just do it. If it's not this year, start for next year. Just remember, after Christmas, that's when all those wrapping goes on sale, Christmas cards go on sale, tinsel goes on sale. Grab that, make that your first purchase in January, and then start to stagger your spending, make your list, perhaps lay by, but just do it. Now, if you'd like some more details on my Christmas tips, all you need to do is go to my blog at www.hendry.com.au. You'll find my blog there on our website. And in the meantime, I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Hendry Group to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and a safe and happy New Year.